Okay, it's April 13th, a Monday, 2020, and Jennifer and I are here at the Mayo Clinic in Phoenix, Arizona. And it's basically in my third year. I was diagnosed in April of 17. Now it's April of 2020, and we just came back to really, take a look at what's going on because I've had some stuff going on lately. So why don't you start out? How was today?
Today was very informative. He had lots of tests and then 2 doctor visits. So we had a cardiologist who works on the plumbing side. He has one that works in the electrical. Today was plumbing. And we just did a follow-up on everything. And what I loved was that she was so precise, and she
very thorough,
and dialed down into a lot of his issues and symptoms. And basically where we are is that she's recommending that he gets a pacemaker because he's got this low output heart failure as well as a
stroke
congestive
volume, right?
Yeah, as well as a congestive heart failure. But what she's looking at is the low output heart failure, and that's where a pacemaker would really be a benefit for him.
Yeah.
And his energy, how his body feels, his sleep at night, his ability to do activities, things of that nature.
Yeah. So typically we take a look at a couple things. One is these light chain proteins, which is the source of the disease. They actually went up a little bit, an uptick, which is never good, but it's it's still very small compared to what it was in the past. So we got up to monitor it. We're up in this drug that I'm taking a little bit more. It's called venetoclax, and it doesn't show any side effects. And I can take up to 1,600 milligrams a day, and I'm only at 500 right now. So we're going to go up to 600. Yeah. Secondly, we look at this measurement called NT-Pro BNP, which has to do with heart effectiveness. Last time I was in here was 1,760, and today it was 559, which is great. So that's great. That's better than going the other way. But the overall trend over the 3 years is that my stroke volume is low. It's at 29, and average is typically 32 to 58. Mine's at 29, so it means it's not pushing out the volume. And what else? The heart rate has, over the years, has gone down. My heart rate was like, 2 years ago it was 74?
77.
And now it's like 50.
Yeah, it's in the low 50s, and that's not good overall. And so, her recommendation is there's no question you will need one. It'll be imperative in probably about a year. So her recommendation is to do it now so that he has a better quality of life and might help a lot of other symptoms that you may have heard him talk about with his distended stomach and his issue with not being able to breathe and not having any appetite. So this will help that as well. And she was so smart and just so knowledgeable on understanding that what we were thinking was something that was gastrointestinal was probably something that was heart related. So that was pretty powerful. I hope so too. We also talked, so Dan's neuropathy is getting worse, and it's been bad since I've known him, and it's progressively gotten worse over the years. Now it's getting really, really bad where it's affecting his sleep and affecting, just at night his legs hurt and his feet hurt, and so uncomfortable. So they are going to put him on a drug that will help that and see if it'll lessen. So we'll start that tomorrow probably. And he said he'll know in a couple weeks if that making a difference.
Yep. So we're just trying to attack all these things here. I'm doing other things on the side. I feel great, really. I've been doing these supplements and some injections and testosterone and peptides, and I feel like that's why I feel good. And also my heart, I don't know, the doctor in LA that I'm doing these supplements, he actually thinks I can take off these amyloids off of my heart, and that's why we're doing it. So obviously that's my kind of style, going out and reaching out and finding other things, and so we're doing it. So overall, it could be a lot worse.
Could be a lot worse
today.
And if we get these answers and these solutions to his questions, and those are the answers that we were looking for, we'll be super happy. So we'll see how it goes in the next couple of weeks. We're going to have a doctor call this week with the cardiologist dealing with the electricity side, and see if we can get that pacemaker in the next week or so. So that'll be soon.
So that's the update.
Yep.
So I feel great about it. I feel blessed. I still feel blessed to be here, and I feel like I'm getting more in control over my body, which has been amazing. It's been, the 2 years before I got diagnosed was terrible, and then these 3 years, the first 2 years were really tough. This year's been better. So I feel this is the best I've felt in probably 6 or 7 years. So I'm really excited about that. And if I can get this output of my heart, boom, there's no stopping us then. So anyway, thank you for all your thoughts and prayers if you're that person, and thank you so much for all the thoughts and prayers. And for those of you who are watching this who do have cardiac amyloidosis or amyloidosis, you know, just stay positive. And it's so important. I mean, they think what I did is like not quite a miracle, but pretty damn close. And I feel like a lot of it had to do with my mindset. Of course, eating well and all the things. I did what I was supposed to do. I'm a good patient, but I also, you know, I saw myself getting better. We're not out of the woods yet, but I feel good. So if you're one of those people, especially early on, when you're on those first doses, and maybe you're on that Cyborg D cycle, just hang in there. Just stay positive and hang in there, because it will get better, and you got to believe that it will. So all the best to you. Thank you.